All right, testing 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Welcome to the second game of the doubleheader for NBA. NBA is going to be facing West Texas Elite Lubbock Navy, and we are underway. Braxton Sims is on the mound for NBA. Catching is Jace Gould. His first pitch of the afternoon or the morning is a strike. Hopefully I'll have a lineup here in just a little bit. That's down low.
We got it.
Get it? That's in there for a strike. Sawyer for the Elite is in the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's a swing and a foul tip. The count will remain 1 and 2. No outs. Top of the first, just getting underway here. Game time 10:35 plus or minus. There for an hour and a half or 6 innings, whichever one comes first. That's a swing and a hit. That's up to second base. Second base over to first. Cal Cook for out number 1.
Noah's at second.
Noah Hernandez is at second. That was second baseman Noah Hernandez over to first base Cal Cook.
We got Kimian in center, Marshall and right.
There's a hit. Oh, wow! Woo! That's a hit over to left field, almost going foul, and Williamson runs over there and gets a laid out catch for out number 2. Wow! There's a hit back to the pitcher. Pitcher recovers, throws to first. It gets away from first. It was a low throw. Cal couldn't have done anything about that. So West Texas Elite Lubbock have their first runner on of the morning. First base. Ryder's going to come up for West Texas Elite. There's a throw back to second. See if they can get that runner cheating a little bit, but he gets back in time. Vern, if you're watching the game, would you let Jess know if the sound sounds good or not, please? There's a hit. Foul out of play on the right side. Runner gets over to second, but he's going to come back due to that foul tip. I asked your dad to see if he can hear us. There's a toss back to second. But the runner gets back in time. You can hear it? All right. I'll keep it over here. There's a hit. That's back over to third. Williamson. Williamson throws it back to first. Gets away from first. Get that play up. Runners on second and third for West Texas Elite.
1 out. 2 outs, I'm sorry.
That runner-rider reaches on an error with Ethan up for West Texas Elite. That's in there for a strike. Ethan up there.
What can I do to help? What can I do to help?
A lot. A lot. Probably help me with the plays because I'm not seeing them.
Okay. Sometimes.
Pitcher steps off the mound just a minute, takes another look at where everyone is. Elite's got runners on second and third with Ethan in. 2 outs. 1 strike to Ethan. That's a ball outside slightly. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, top of the first. No score. There's a score 60 foot away, though.
Yes, there is. Oh, and he almost got
Ooh. Well, there was an attempted pickoff back to Williamson. Almost had him out. Sims back on the mound.
Big lead off on third.
Big lead over here on third.
And second.
There's a movement back to third. Quick tag by Williamson. Boy, almost got him. Nobody on first, nobody on second. There's a pesky one on third.
If I was a runner in this game, I would not challenge Braxton Sims.
No, he's got an arm. There's another pickoff attempt. And that's what they were hoping for, is they would make a bad throw or a bad catch and get that run in.
And unfortunately, they had both that one.
That's right. That's right. All right, so the first run comes in on an error. There's a hit down third base side. Third base is up with it. Over to first. In time for the out. Good play. Williamson comes up with it on third. Crosses over on a long throw to first. Cal Cook makes that catch for the final out of that side. That was a good play.
They were looking strong on that play.
No doubt about it.
I was worried this morning that they would have issues getting up so early.
Well, and I mentioned that in the first game. Darryl, I was concerned. We were working out at Christensen with this team until about 8 last night, and then all the kids had to go, and they worked them hard, push-ups, all that. I got a little concerned with working them a little hard and keeping out late because the kids still had to eat. So by the time Greenwood especially get home, I mean, you're talking to 9 o'clock, and then you're trying to feed them. They're not in bed till 10 or 11 o'clock, and they're up at 5:30 to try to get here at 6:37.
That was crazy.
Yeah, that was. And I understand the need to work out, but also these are still 10-year-olds that require a lot of rest.
Yep.
And they come off of a Friday that they've been in school. They've been doing recess and all of that they do on Friday. And
or having baseball games.
Or having baseball games. And you and I both have little ones that are on this team. And Nathan, Noah Hernandez, your son, and my son John Williamson are on this team. And they both have Little League. And we're not the only ones. And so they're tired. I mean, all these kiddos get tired by the end of the week. And so for us, we ate as quick as we could. And we had him in bed, I think, probably about 9:35. And we were hooking him to get it. And he still woke up tired, And so, yeah. That's a tough task for a 10-year-old. You can do that whenever you get up on your teens. It's a little bit easier. But, man, if you had never had a 10-year-old, you don't really realize the kind of sleep they require.
Yep. That is true. That is true, especially mine. He is
mine too.
grumpy in the morning anyway.
Yeah, it can get a little bit testy. So my father-in-law, Vern Jones, Wink, Texas, and mother-in-law, Linda Jones, are listening. Thank you for joining us for the second game of the day. If you hear anything strange in our audio, please let me know. If you hear me right now, please. And I hear you've already reported to your sweet, lovely daughter, my wife, Jessica, and everything sounds good. Thank you, Vern. Coming up for NBA will be Judd Fortune.
Let's go, Judd.
Judd Fortune is a son of a coach.
A son of a coach?
Son of a coach, and a really good coach, and I'm not going to say any more. First pitch, He swings, foul down the right line to the fence.
That was
but
a good
swinging.
poke.
He's a swinger.
Did you call him a swinger?
He's a swinger.
And a dinger?
And a dinger. Could hit a dinger anytime. On deck is Braxton Sims. Pitching is David. I don't have any last names. Sorry, West Texas Elite Lubbock. But you do know your kiddo's name. So David E. I'm getting an E. So I'm only getting initials last name. So David is pitching for West Texas Elite. Trace is on first. Ethan's on second. Sawyer in short. Grayland on third. There's a pop-up infield. First baseman's under it, and he's under it for the out. Nice play, number 3. First baseman, Trace, to get up under it for the first out. Left field is Ryder. Center field is Brooks. Right field is Hunter. That's the West Texas Elite. Catching will be Gavin. And again, David is pitching to Braxton Sims outside and low for a ball. That was a nice, again, a nice catch by first baseman Trace by the Elite to get that first out of the inning. It's always nice, Darryl, to get that first out.
Yes, it is. It breaks the ice.
That's in there high. Batter gets ahead of the pitcher. 2 balls and no strikes. There is 1 out on NBA.
Did you see Coach Braden's new high-heel cleats?
Does he have high-heel cleats today?
They're pink with baby blue.
Infield hit. Pitcher's under it, and he has it for out number 2. So what color are those high heels? Oh, they do look pretty sexy.
Pink, hot pink with baby blue polka dots.
Hot pink, baby blue polka dots. That's about a 4-inch heel, so that puts him up about 4'11".
It does. It does.
With 4-inch heels. There.
Good
Matter of
eye,
fact,
Noah.
you can see him in the edge of your screen. He's looking right at the camera right now, almost. I want you to look at that physique he has. He's coaching third. Head coach Braden Blaine right there.
With the dad bod.
With the dad bod rocking, and he's not a dad yet. A young 23 years old looking for a bride. We'll be here all day.
Any single ladies out there?
Single ladies. There he is. He's a man's man. Noah Hernandez is up. That'd be my co-announcer's son right here.
Right. Good
and
eye,
he
buddy.
sees a ball.
Just a bit outside.
Just a hair.
Curly hair.
Curly hair. Red one. That's 3 balls, no strikes. 2 outs to Noah. He moves up a little bit into the plate. And that is low and hits the ump in the mask. I hope the ump is okay. He's taking it off and adjusting his glasses. He got hit pretty good, but I think he's fine. That will draw a walk. Hernandez will be on first with Cal Cook stepping in. And Silas Bryan will be on deck. But there are 2 outs.
There are, but Cal Cook's doing some heavy hauling, and I don't just mean on the bases.
Swing and a miss, and the runner is off to second on that throw in scoring position.
Cal Cook has a bat.
He has a bat.
Connects.
If he hits it, it's going to go a ways. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Uh-oh. There's a
Go!
Noah stealing. And the throw gets away from third, and that gets Noah in there safe. Almost was a
got the
pickle.
Yeah.
Almost was a dill pickle.
But I bet my money on that kid.
Oh, I
on the
will
pickle.
too. I will too. He knows how to run it. Cal Cook steps back in with now a runner 60 feet away. 2 outs.
He's
1-0
about
Elite.
57.
There's a hit. Woo!
Oh.
He jacked that dude down right field out of play
Oh, my gosh.
at the light pole. If it had straightened out, we might have had a home run right there. There's Noah Hernandez. You're looking at that fine young man on third base. He wants to come home so bad, he can hardly stand it.
Just needs to take another step or two.
That's outside for a ball. Cal Cook's a left-hander, and he pulled that last one hard nicely.
Get a rip, Cal.
That's high and outside. That's going to bring Noah Hernandez in for the score.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'll even this score 1-1. Good
1-0.
job, Noah, realizing that ball was going to be overthrown and taking advantage of it and coming on home to tie the game. Oh, Cal Cook will step back in.
Cal Cook's fixing to hit a home run right here.
I'm hoping he'll
Watch
get
this.
into one right here. That's outside. And that'll bring the count full, 3-2, I believe. Is that third? 3 balls?
Yes.
Full count, 2 outs. Outside, walks Cook. And Silas Bryant is coming up to see what he can do about Cal Cook being on first, wanting to get to second, third, and home. Silas steps in. Cal Cook's got a lead. Cal Cook's on the run.
Cal Cook.
He's going to give it a shot. He's in there standing
He
up.
left the trailer at
He
first.
sure did. All right. No balls. 1 strike, 2 outs. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a hit, fouled back towards us. Catcher couldn't get it in time, but tried hard. There's a hit out to left field. It gets over third bases. Here comes Cal Cook home.
Cal Cook. Look at that.
Looky there.
You know, I didn't think he could run very fast
He can
with all
run.
those bases in his pocket
I'm
that he
telling
stole.
you, he's been stealing those bases. He's heavy. There's Silas Bryant over on first base for a nice single down left field, bringing Cal all the way from second into home.
You know, I was talking to Nathan, Callan's dad,
White Murray in the deck, yes.
and he had to go buy a new trailer for all those stolen bases so they
Man,
could carry him home.
what a good investment. White Murray in the batter's box. Uh-oh, here we go. Bryant is on the move, and he's a stand-up steal, putting him in scoring position as White Murray steps back in a 1 ball, no strike, 2 out count.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Just
Inside, runner's going to come on to third on that wild pitch. Gets past the catcher, and he'll be in there safe, Bryant. No runners at first and second. They look lonely out there, those bases do. They need somebody to occupy them.
They do.
We got Bryant over on third, and we got White Murray in the box wanting to hit, and he is hitting down first base side.
It's a foul ball, though.
Foul tip. Or foul.
That was a good, solid hit.
That was a good,
needs
solid
to bring
hit.
it in between first and second base.
That's going to even the count, Daryl, 2-2.
Oh, my.
But if he could just get one out, if he could just
Gotta get
tap
it.
one somewhere, we can get another run in.
Got to get it. And here's the windup.
David winds up, brings it. That's high
and
inside for a ball. That's 3 balls and a strike. Murray has a nice count to work with here. If he's just a little bit patient, might work out in his favor. That's way outside. That's going to draw the walk. Murray will take first. Runners on the corners. Second looks lonely out there. Coming up, Jace Gould.
Jace Gould is a good batter to have in this situation.
Sure is. That hot pink bat, it knows how to work.
That and the hair sticking out of the top of his
Yeah, he's got some
helmet.
hair coming out.
I'm jealous.
Me too. I just wish I had hair.
I do, but it's on my back.
Oh, runner's on his move to second. White Murray gets in there standing up. Jace has a swing and miss. Pitcher quickly gets ahead of Gould.
I shouldn't have said it. That's gross.
Down low. Evens the count 1-1. Nobody on first. Murray on second.
Who's on first?
Who's on second? Who's on first?
Oh, what's on first?
Brian. Brian's on third. Here we go. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second. Runner on third. Gould with the bat in his hand. That's outside. That'll even the count 2-2. I'm feeling some raindrops. Keep falling on my head.
No, that was me crying.
Well, at least it wasn't spitting.
Well,
That might come later, though.
yeah.
Here's the pitch. That's outside, and for some reason, that's the end of the inning. So, at the end of 1, the score is MBA, Midland Baseball Academy, 2, West Texas Elite Lubbock Navy, 1.
And they're in red.
And they're in red. Lubbock red.
It's the Red Navy.
MBA, Midland Baseball Academy,
Great place.
is a great place. They are owned by Mike Munguia. They are an academy first, and they just so happen to play travel ball. They have 10U, 12U, 14U. They boast about 160 kids in the academy. Their home is Christensen Field, which is the old Angels Stadium
Yeah, but
for the Oakland AAA.
Yes. Yeah. But now it's home to Midland College.
Midland College and Midland MBA. If you're in Midland and you're listening to this telecast and you're looking for that next step for your little one out of Little League, to not maybe just be thrown into travel ball where it's all about rings and trophies, and if you're not a great player, you don't play right off the bat, MBA, Mike Munguia has the right program. He's been around for many years. He's played at all levels, coached at all levels.
He was a winning high school
He
coach.
was a very
wasn't he?
winning high school coach. He's a winning coach everywhere he went, and he owns NBA and has coaches that work for NBA and coach these kids at all levels. These kids learn a holistic approach around how to play baseball from the physical aspect, the mental aspect, the emotional aspect. These kids learn every position, figure out which position they're the best at. They're put in a position to learn and win, and then they play travel ball. And Mike Munguia buys into the theory that you worry about the process of a child, of a player, and not the outcome. If the process is right, the outcome will be well. If you're in a travel ball league where it's all about the outcome, there's a lot of kids that miss out on the process and never reach their full potential. Midland Baseball Academy solves that problem, and they are the premier academy in the Permian Basin in West Texas. Get your kids involved in NBA and watch them grow.
Here's the windup in the first pitch.
Trace is up for West Texas Elite Lubbock, facing Braxton Sims, the starting pitcher for NBA.
And that first ball was a strike.
Looking.
Windup. Throw.
There's a hit back
Right
to
down
the
the
pitcher. Pitcher has it. Over to second. And he is in there in that glove to Cal Cook for the first out.
You know, Cal Cook has a glove that looks like it took the skin off of a whole side of
My
beef.
gosh, that's the biggest glove I ever saw in my life. He could catch a ball 8 feet in the air with that, I'm almost certain.
I agree.
Hunter Yu comes up and swings at the first offering by Sims. There's nobody on base for Hunter.
Here's the windup.
Here it is. He hits
Right
it back
in the
to the
middle, right
pitcher.
back to the pitcher.
Pitcher's up with it. He's over to second. 4 out, number 2.
You know, Braxton Sims is quite the talented kid. Did you see how he did that pirouette after the pitch?
I think he could do ballerina. He may be a ballerina in his off time.
He might.
Not sure.
You know?
You know, ballet's popular amongst a lot of athletes, and that's no joke. Lynn Swan, one of the best ever for Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm not a Steelers fan, was
Tony Dorsett.
Tony Dorsett. Now, there you go. Oh, swing and a miss
Nice.
by Grayland, who is up for West Texas Elite Lubbock now. Grayland steps in with 2 outs on his team. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2-1 NBA. Top of the second. Braxton Sims deals, and that is a strike. Well, that's down Broadway, brother. No question about that.
You know, when they talk about framing a pitch, I think that pitch framed the picture.
It did. There's a swing, a hit. It's up to third base. Third base is up with it. Oh, and first base misses the catch. That ball was a little bit low. Williamson had to dive to get to it. That runner gets to second in scoring position for Grayland is the one on second. That's a swing and a miss by Brooks.
That was a beautiful pitch. Did you see that little kick step?
That was really pretty.
Braxton Sims did there for the pitch. He's throwing that timing off for those batters.
There's a play back to second, trying to catch that runner off the bag too far. But runner gets back, but it's close.
That kid got a buzz cut off of that.
I'm telling you what. That's low.
There's a wild pitch.
He gets past the catcher, but the runner at second's going to stay put.
That was probably a smart move for him to stay because he would have gotten thrown out at third.
Yeah, he would have. One ball, 1 strike. There's a hit. Second base. Almost got up with it. Runner safe on first. That was a very hard hit ball that could have easily got past second baseman, but he kept it out in front of him and limited the runner from second to third only, and a single. Good job by second baseman to keep
Slow down a little bit, Noah.
We got Sawyer up with runners on the corner for West Texas Elite. 2-1 NBA. Sims is doing a great job. There's a pickoff move.
Just a little high.
It's a little higher. Cal would have been able to make the catch and tag.
You know, I noticed that Sims left his backside pads on, and he was just trying them out there at the mound.
Yeah, he's giving it a shot, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Uh-oh, steps off the mound. Sims does. Runner on first. Runner on third. Sims, another pickoff attempt. To first.
You know, what they don't realize is Braxton has eyes in the back of his head, too.
Yes, he does. 2020. There's a swing and a miss by Sawyer.
That was a smart play there. Sims waving off the throw to second.
Runner does advance to second. Runners are in scoring position at second and third for West Texas Elite Lubbock. That's a nice pitch and a foul tip, trying to kill my camera. I've already had one smoke in the last 2 weeks.
There you go. Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Look at that lead on second.
Runner on second.
Taking a
That was a little bit low in the dirt.
I don't understand that because there's a runner
There's
on
a runner
third.
on third. You
He
can't crowd him. There's that runner with that lead over on second.
That would be embarrassing to get thrown out
Yeah.
at second with the runner on third.
Wouldn't want to do that.
Lead.
Here's
Trying
the
to
pitch.
draw the bad
Oh, that's inside.
Trying to draw the bad throw.
Yeah, they're trying to throw that bad throw, draw that bad throw over there like they did at third earlier. You see that lead that runner has at second and the runner at third. That ball gets past the catcher, but everybody stays. 2 balls. 2 strikes. No, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. 2 outs. That will walk Sawyer. So Sawyer, Brooks, and Grayland have the bases loaded.
It looks like there might be a pitching change coming up. Looks like Williamson might be going on the mound.
Not certain. Little talk at the mound to see what we're going to do. Coach may just be trying to calm, and he's just going to calm people down here. Make them realize it's still 2-1, and don't swallow the hook on this one. So here's the situation. It's 2 outs. It's top of the second. You have Sawyer on first, Brooks on second, Grayland on third for West Texas Elite, and you got David into bat facing Braxton Sims for NBA pitching. And the first one's in there for a strike on David. David E. Last name E. Last initial E. There's another hit. Good pitch, and it's foul back. Pitcher's ahead of the hitter. 0-2. This is an important pitch as the bases are loaded for NBA. Outside, but Gould does a good job at bringing that ball back in, or that could have scored some runs.
He looked like Stretch Armstrong on that play.
Man, Spider-Man. That's a nice pitch and a hit. Whoa! And I'm going to tell you, that third base coach
Interference
for West Texas Elite caught that bare-handed. Give that man a job in the infield. There's another hit, but that coach doesn't get that one.
It's not an interference. We need all the help we can get.
Bases loaded for David. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And this is an exciting moment right here.
Here's the windup.
There's the pitch. Little high for a ball. That evens the count, Darryl. What's going to happen now?
He's going to strike him out.
That's the drum roll.
Here it comes.
You like that? Oh, there's a hit. It's down to second base. Second base, Hernandez is up with it. And he gets it in time. The Cal Cook for the out at first.
You know, Hernandez is getting better at juggling, but I wish he'd quit practicing.
Not hard on that young man for a reason, are you?
I certainly am.
I think dads have that right.
Yes. I earned that right. I put up with it.
That's right.
Of course, he puts up with me.
Well, I think the kids have a lot to put up with me and you.
I'm pretty sure between the two of us.
We require a lot and
do.
demand a lot sometimes.
But you know what? I think it makes them good young men.
Sure does. It's expect a lot. They expect a lot from us, and I do my best to deliver.
I'm doing it
too. We're not perfect, but we do our best to do the right thing, for sure.
Well, I started shaving my legs.
Did you? I noticed those things look pretty good there in them shorts. Why do you
Well-
just shave up to your knee and not on up?
Well, you know, it's just because.
Is it because the socks
it
ride
itches.
so high?
No, because it itches.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to be scratching up there.
Up where? Oh,
Up
I'm sorry.
above my knee.
Oh, there. Yeah, you pointed to do it. I'm glad you just pointed. That could have got crazy right there if we'd have said it. I mean, you know. Oh. All right, walking now in front of our camera, that is none other than
wait a minute.
That's
Wait a minute.
Zach.
I've
right,
seen
stopped.
him.
Zach Gould.
He was
the
in GQ magazine.
2018 fold out for GQ magazine. Zach Gould and his wife Hillary behind us watching that fine specimen walk past the plate. She wants the game to be over right now and go home. Oh, well,
she's
now I heard
cussing.
something different right there. I'm not going to repeat that. Now, yeah, Zach was in October issue 2018 of GQ magazine wearing nothing but a palm leaf.
A palm leaf.
A small one.
A small palm
Really,
leaf.
like
So more like a beet leaf.
a leaf that had just budded and it was about 5 days old leaf. But it had it all covered.
There you go.
Wasn't a problem.
Yeah.
He was covered.
Well, you know, he got his start.
There he is right there.
Working
I'm going
it.
to go ahead and show him while we're talking. He's over on first base. Look at that body right
I
there.
know it. That's a dad bod.
It is.
He got his start working at Wiener Schnitzel
Did he?
back in the 80s.
Working on the hot dog line.
He was. But you know what?
Yeah?
He decided that he didn't like working on the hot dog line, so he moved to the French fryer.
Really?
He did. And back when they lost Wiener Dog as a mascot back in the late 80s,
Yeah.
I understand that he was going to be the new mascot, Wiener Man.
Wiener Man. Well, little known fact. Last year, he came in fourth at the Nathan Hot Dog Eating Contest in New York.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Wasn't
did.
he subbing in for
Joey Chestnut.
Joey Chestnut?
Yeah. He ate, I think it was 71 wieners.
Now that man can swallow.
He can swallow. And, there's an infield pop-up. Pitcher's under it.
And he
drops it, and that's going to be Ochoa safe at first base. So Ochoa hits it high, almost to the moon. Pitcher gets under it nicely, and the wind, I believe, carried it back just a little bit. Made it where the pitcher couldn't quite get it in his glove. So on an error, we got Ochoa at first with powerhouse Joey Creech stepping in. Oh, I know. He's been grabbing it. That ball's high. Runner on the move. Is there a play? No,
No
it gets
play.
past the short, and Ochoa's in standing up. Joey Creech. Most of the time, our shortstop, you want to see some wheels? He hits this ball. You want to see a runner? Here we go. Runner's on the move coming into third. Joey Creech takes a hit. He's a tough little dude. He gets hit by the ball. So he's going to be on first on a hit by pitch. And stepping in,
Marshall Hall.
son of a coach.
Son of a coach.
Son of a coach and a good coach. I'm not going to go any further than that. Really good coach. Marshall Hall.
I thought Judd was the son of a
So is he. And a big coach in Garden City. See him win. See what he wears.
You called him a son of a coach.
Son of a coach. Ooh, swing and a miss by Marshall Hall. There's a run. Man, here's a runner coming in from second to third. Woo, baby, that was
Yeah,
close. And that made Jeremy Creech take off and get the second. That one was a little bit close, too close for comfort right there.
But you know what? That kid is so fast. I don't know that his feet
buddy.
touched the ground.
Never did. Never did. Hall back in. That's outside and low. Creech on second, Ochoa on third, nobody on first. Marshall Hall in to bat, 2-1 NBA. Bottom of the second, 1 ball, 1 strike, no outs. Here's a pitch. There's a swing and a foul tip back towards first base dugout.
Counts 1-2. Score is 2-1 NBA.
That sounded like it hit the bat just a little bit, but no.
That was a helium ball.
Yeah, it floated right in there. Hall out on strikes. John Williamson, current third baseman for NBA.
Do you know that kid?
I know him a little bit. I'll admit to it maybe
good.
here in a minute.
That kid is good.
That first pitch is out there for a ball.
Here's the windup.
There's a hit. That gets under second baseman. Hit's going to bring a run in. There's one run.
Oh,
Here comes another run. And he's in there on a slide. Williamson, a single under the glove of the second baseman out into right field, and he brings in 2 RBIs for NBA.
Man, that
good
was a
job,
hit.
John Williamson.
That was a hit there.
And now I'll admit it, that is my son. Thank you, Daryl.
You're welcome.
I wasn't going to, I wanted to see the product first.
Before you just wanted to see if he did good. If he didn't, you weren't going to claim him.
That's right. Oh, here's another hit down to second base. Fortune. Is he going to make it?
He is.
Woo! I think he's safe. Oh! Judd Fortune hits one over to second. Looked like he made it to first, but the throw beat him out. Runner on second, John Williamson. 2 outs. There's a hit by Sims. It gets past third base. Williamson coming around third. Oh, he's going to hold up.
You know what?
And
This
Sims
NBA
is on
team,
first.
we're on a rally.
We're on a rally. As a single by Sims gets under third base's glove. Williamson at second comes on over to third. Braxton Sims on first. Runners on the corner. And here we got none other than Noah Hernandez stepping in. Oh, the runner's on his way to second. He's going to steal before the pitcher even has a chance for the ball to come out of his glove. That puts runners at second and third for NBA. Here it is, 4-1, NBA. Bottom of the second. 2 outs, 2 on.
Here's the windup to Hernandez.
There's a hit. Oh, he smashes it to left field. Here comes Williamson in to score.
Bounces off the left fielder's
going to the wall. Here comes Sims in for the score. There goes Noah around second, going into third, and he's in there saying, oh, no, here he comes. He's going to try to steal home. Is it an in the park? Yeah! Oh, yeah! In the park home run by your son, Daryl Butts.
Oh, that is my son.
Now we're on.
Woo! You know,
That'll clear the bases.
That makes me proud.
I'll bet it does.
Of course, he makes me proud anyway,
I
whether
know
he's
that's
out there
right.
hitting the ball or not.
Yeah, I know that's
I
right.
love that boy.
Cal Cook hits one back to the pitcher, gets up the middle. Second baseman's up with it. In time for the out. Great play by second baseman over to first. That was Ethan over to Trace for the out to get them out of that inning. Good play, West Texas Elite.
You know what?
To get that inning shut down.
I think that Cal had too many bases in his pocket that time.
Well, I'm going to tell you, he was weighted down, wasn't he, with those bases?
Was.
All right, at the end of 2, NBA 7, West Texas Elite Lubbock Navy 1. All right. Again, it's end of 2. We're going in the top of the 3rd. Here's what the defense looks like in the field for NBA. Cal Cook at first.
Noah Hernandez at second.
Joey Creech at shortstop.
John Williamson on third.
Left field.
Marshall Hall.
Center field is Judd Fortune. Right field is
Wyatt Murray.
on the mound, starting pitcher. Braxton Sims throwing 2, catcher Jace Gould. Coming up to hit for West Texas Elite Lubbock, Navy.
Uh-oh.
Who's this batter? Sims in there for a strike.
Oh, he was asking who the batter is. It's not showing anything.
25.
Gavin. Oh, there it goes.
Gavin hits one down to third base. Third base is up with it, over to first. Williamson at third base comes up over to first for the out. Good throw and catch by Williamson to Cal Cook at first.
That's why he has that big glove.
That's right.
It just wasn't updating.
Slow. The update.
Just a bit outside.
Ryder is up for West Texas Elite Lubbock Navy. That's high and inside. That doesn't fool Ryder. That'll even the count 1-1. That's in there. That's a ball. Swing and a miss by Ryder. That's going to bring the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 7-1. NBA, top of the 3rd over West Texas Elite Lubbock. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul tip back. That, again, will bring the count full. There's a hit. That's down to Joey Creech at shortstop. Joey's up with it and over to first for the out. Good job by Joey Creech coming up with that at short and getting it over to Cal Cook at first for out number 2. Ethan comes up, sees the first pitch. He likes it, swings on it. It's a foul tip behind him. 0-1 the count. There's a hit. High fly out to right field. Right field will let him drop in front of it. Wyatt Murray, he's trying to get it wrangled up out there. And that will be a single.
You know, I got a trivia question here.
We need
for
a trivia question.
On the Houston Astros.
Oh, Ethan up to the pitcher. The pitcher's up with it. He throws. And he gets it over to Cal for the out. Woo! Man, that was close right there.
Which player led the team with 185 hits and 91 RBIs in 1980 and was purchased from the Redbirds for cash in 1974?
This is for dinner for two at Fuddruckers. 512-512-5151. Caller number one.
You got to get you a mutter fudder.
A mutter fudder. That is the combo that you have to get. It is big, juicy.
And the fries are out of this
they're
world.
hot, baby. Hot. Read that one more time.
Which player led the Astros with 185 hits and 91 RBIs in 1980 and was purchased from the Redbirds for cash in 74?
Caller number one, 512-512-5151. For dinner for two at Fuddruckers.
Hey, we have a caller on the line.
I see the call coming in. They'll let us know pretty quick.
Hello, you're live on the air.
Yes,
Was it John?
I think it was Jose De Leon.
You're close, but no cigar on that.
Okay, thank you.
It was Jose Cruz.
Jose Cruz. No winner on that one.
And if you ever went to an Astros game when he played, the chant was Jose Cruz.
Yeah, you did that good. That's a good one. Man, you might make a career out of that. I like that voice. I can only do big text, at the fair.
Yeah?
Howdy, folks. Welcome to the State Fair of Texas.
That was good.
Ah!
That was excellent. I thought I was there in Dallas.
I wish I was getting one of those Fletcher's corn dogs.
Oh, my God.
I can use a corn dog about right now.
You know what? I bet you that Zach could probably tell you where to get a good one around here.
I know. He knows his wieners. I think
he wasn't almost the wiener man for Wiener Schnitzel for nothing.
Yeah. And those corn
Although
dogs.
he said he would have done it.
Yeah. And there's what makes that corn dog so good at Fletcher's is the wrapping that goes around the cornmeal, the wrapping of the wiener, and Zach knows how to wrap a wiener. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Zach may be walking past our camera one more time. Watch him as he walks away. Now look at that walk away. In fact, we'll get a camera shot of that. There he goes right there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Coach Braden Blaine, 4'11", is over on third base.
Yeah, but he is 5'1" with those 4-inch heels.
Yeah, he is. It makes him look a lot taller than he really is. In fact, right now, he's officially taller than the shortest man on our team, shortest boy on our team, Joey Creech.
Yep.
I don't know how he walks in those heels.
Well, and I don't know how they got those cleats on the bottom of them.
I don't either. It's a Nike, though.
It is.
Or maybe, no, wait, I'm sorry, they're Nickies.
Oh, Nickies.
It's Nickies.
Nickies,
Yeah,
that's
I saw
why.
it wrong there. Same end, though.
Hot pink with baby blue polka dots.
Looking good down there.
Strutting his stuff.
He sure is. Look at him how he puts his hands on his hips. Look at that. Look, he's posing. See that knee up? That's looking pretty good. The ball's low. First two pitches are balls to Silas Bryan.
I heard, Steve, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that at one time...
There's a hit. It's over to third base. Third base is over with it. To first, time to get the runner tagged out before he gets to first.
I heard that at one point you used to work in Las Vegas.
Yeah?
I heard that you ran the Hard Rock Casino.
Well, there's been some rumors about that.
I'm sorry, it wasn't the hard rock.
I'm six to say, you almost got there.
It was the soft lump.
Soft lump. Oh, first. Is he up with it? Is he going to make it? Oh, pitcher comes up with it. Gets to first base in time for out number 2. That was a nice play. That was White Murray on that one. Jace Gould comes up. That's a hit out to center field. Center field's under it. Oh, for the out. That was a good 3 up, 3 down inning for West Texas Elite Lubbock. They needed that in the worst way. Good hit, Jace. Good hit.
Looks like we have a pitching change.
Oh, there is a pitching change.
That looks like, is it Jonah? No, it's not Jonah Hill.
I don't think
That's
this kid's ever pitched.
John Williamson. John Williamson, first time ever pitching, ever. This is his first time ever. That's what I've heard.
I hope he does well.
I do too.
He's out talking to the umpire, trying to get some advice, and buy 3 strikes.
Trying to figure out what he's supposed to be doing up on that mountain.
I think he's trying to buy 3 strikes.
I think
to use any time in the future.
You know what? I saw him slip the ump at 20.
I think I saw it.
Did you see the look on these kids' face when we said that? They're like,
Just joshing about the umpires. They've done a good job today. We appreciate them so much. Without them, this game doesn't happen. They're extremely underappreciated.
And they're being very, very fair.
They are.
As always.
They are, and they're trying to coach these kids up as best they can. They do what they can to really advance the skill of these kids, both sides. They're unbiased. They don't have a dog in this fight. And we appreciate these umps a lot. Came out early this morning to get started. They're going to be here all day long doing their...
The umps had to be here at 6 o'clock this morning.
It was an early start for these umps.
They had to have them mow the yard.
That's right.
And then
get started.
They had to stripe the field.
That's it. They do it all. Takes 2 umps for these games.
Got to have one behind the plate and one in the outfield.
These gentlemen have been doing it a long time. There's a gopher out there taunting Williamson. If you can see him running around.
He's just there watching
He's
the
watching
game.
if you can see him there. Yeah, now he's coming up to the catcher. He wants something to eat. Williamson's kind of laughing now. This is a pretty funny little situation with this gopher. Oh, he went over to the coaches. Now now down in a hole he went.
Nope.
Now this is pretty cool. This is pretty funny right here. It's really going on. So we lost third base as it probably went battery dead. And we could have battery issues today because we ran 2 games.
Well,
so third base is out.
I think that gopher lives under the pitcher's mound.
I think so too.
That was pretty neat, though.
That was cool.
You want me to go plug in the battery too?
No, we've got to. You can ask Jess where the third camera is. I don't know if they'll let us out there, but if they would, we could do it. Maybe in the middle of the next inning, we can change it.
Yeah.
All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Jose, back to that trivia question. Jose Cruz was purchased from the Cardinals for what amounted to a bag of bats, and later went on to become the MVP 4 times, along with making 2 All-Star teams and garnering 2 Roberto Clemente awards.
There's
a hit right to second.
Up to Noah Hernandez. Noah over to first. Cal Cook for the out. So again, our cameras are battery powered, and we've been doing this since about 6:30 this morning, so we lost third on the camera. There's a pitch and a hit over to second base. Second base is up with it. To Cal Cook for the second out of the inning. Williamson on pitching. There's a hit out to right field. Right field's under it and gets by him. Silas Bryan, he gets over to it. Runners around second. That runner has a triple to right field. That was Brooks.
That was a heck of a hit.
That's
right
a
down
good
the,
hit.
Right down the first base line by a
Nice
right-handed
triple.
batter.
There's a hit back to second. Noah's up with it. Over to first to Kyle Cook.
3 outs.
Woo! That's a
No
nice
runs scored.
defense right there. Second baseman doing one heck of a job, Noah Hernandez.
Who is that kid?
That is Noah Hernandez, brother.
What about that pitcher?
Wow.
Putting him right where he needs to be and relying on his fielders.
That's teamwork. That's teamwork. Teamwork.
Where did they learn that teamwork, I wonder?
I'm telling you.
All right, you want to go? Let me see if it. Come on, baby.
All right. If you can do it without bending the bracket down. All right, we're, again, our cameras are battery operated. We've been at this since about 7 this morning, so we're getting low on battery. We do carry an extra camera, so we're going to try to make that switch at third and see if it works.
Did he connect it first before he walked off with it?
Yeah. Well, I turned it on.
Did you hold it down until it flashed and connect it?
Yes. Can you go, is that thing still plugged in down there?
Which one is this? Oh wait, 34.
Is that on?
Where's the box? Oh, 98%. You're good. I don't see it chart. There it goes. There it goes. Why did you unplug it? I thought you had that one plugged in.
I got that down there plugged in. I think it's this one that was. All right, what do we
I think
do?
my phone's about to go dead too.
Here, plug yours in right quick. Get something. Stand here. All right, I think we. All right, we had a quick change out. Thank you, Daryl. And I think got our third base camera back. We have never had to go to this extent. It's a first. First pitch in there for West Texas Elites to Damian Ochoa for a ball.
The video's on. Here, I had to switch it. You had it on third base.
Damian had a nice hit earlier
Yeah, he did.
for a 3 RBIs.
What's it called? Big?
Oh, there's a hit right there.
Another
Up
nice
to short.
hit from
Short's
Damian.
over to
Oh,
first. In time for the out.
Just a little bit late. You know, I think these kids need to start leaving all these stolen bases in the dugout
They do.
when they get up to bat.
I agree with that. Weighing them down. Joey Creech up to bat. 1 out. That nearly hits Joey. If he wouldn't have been so short, that'd have taken his head off.
You know, I think he has an itch.
He has. I'm sure he does. I know. That's in there for ball, but Joey goes fishing for it.
Tipped it.
1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out.
got
7-1 NBA over West Texas Elite Lubbock in the bottom of the 4th.
He got a nibble.
He got a nibble. A little bit of a nibble. Went fishing, got a nibble.
That bat up. Bat up.
There's a foul tip back by Joey. Pitcher's now ahead of Joey. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There is 1 out. It is 7-1 NBA in the bottom of the 4th.
Was that Joey Chipmunk out there on the field earlier?
That could have been Joey Chipmunk. That's high. That'll bring the count even.
Get the bat off your shoulder.
That'll get the count even. 2-2. There's a swing and a miss by Joey Creech for
Strikeout.
out number 2.
Who is that?
That right there, sir, is Matthew Hall. He's a son of a coach.
Did you call him a son of a
Son of
coach?
a coach and a very, very good coach. I won't say any more than that. The ball is behind Matthew. Marshall, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Acts of the Apostle, Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians. Had to get I went to the Bible. I went to the Bible, Matthew.
There you go.
You didn't know I knew the books of the Bible, did you? I'm hoping
I only know the
I'm hoping
Old
just one of my elders heard that so that they're impressed when I don't go to church tomorrow. They
Because
don't
we're
totally
here at baseball.
chastise me because I'm at baseball. I can still do the books of the Bible.
You know, the only ones I know is the Old Testament because that was written when I was around.
Yeah, me too. I was in there with you. I think that's how you and I met
I'm
back in the
pretty
Genesis days.
Actually it was Leviticus.
Leviticus. I like Leviticus. That rolls right off the tongue.
Leviticus.
Yeah. Hall has a 2-ball, 1 strike count against him, and he's got 2 outs.
He's a 2-ball man.
He's a 2-ball man. He needs to get something going for us.
Two balls, 1 strike on Marshall Hall. He's not swinging at junk.
Oh, there's a hit. It's
There's
a
a
tapper.
nice hit.
Pitcher's up with it.
He
He's
unhooked
over
the
with
trailer.
second.
And
It's
he's
a pass.
safe at first. He
Wow.
dropped the ball.
And Marshall is grabbing his chest there because he got hit as
I
he
think
comes
he's
by.
having a heart attack.
And I hope not. I'll
No.
tell you something about Marshall. He's a tough little cookie.
Did you see him throwing up his cookies earlier?
He was. Had too much coffee.
Let's go, John. You got it, bud.
He's tough. That Marshall, I'm telling you, he is tough. He's kind of got the breath knocked out of him there as he went by the first place tag on him, a hard tag on his chest, but didn't have the ball. First baseman didn't know it. It had gotten past him. Marshall shakes that off real well.
Good job, Marshall.
We play a lot up here, but good job, Marshall. Williamson is up to bat.
Oh, you already did. I'm behind. It's lagging.
Yeah. Okay, there was a balk right there. That's going to allow Marshall to move to second on that balk. No balls, no strikes. Of course, Williamson hadn't seen his first pitch yet here. 2 outs.
That's a good way to start off the count, though. Is
Good way.
nothing and nothing.
It's true. There's a hit.
Oh, the bat slips out of his hands.
Bat slips out of his hands. He hits a tapper off left side.
Needs to rub some dirt on them gloves.
Go get him, John.
Or lick
Williamson
them.
steps back in. He's got a runner, Marshall Hall, over there on second. Here's a better look at him right here.
And here's the windup and the pitch. Just
Runners on the move.
a bit
Hall will
outside.
get in there standing up as Williamson sees that ball and get past the catcher. 2 balls, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, 7-1 NBA, bottom of the 4th. Runner on third, nobody on first or second, and here's the pitch. That's in there high and outside. That'll bring us to a 2-1 count. Marshall Hall desperately wants to come in and score. Over there on third base, he looks lonely. There's a hit. Oh, the second baseman makes a great jumping catch.
That kid's got springs in
He's
his
got
shoes.
springs in his shoes. for out number 3. That was a hard hit ball by Williamson. That second baseman jumped so high to get that ball out of the air.
You know, I got another trivia question for you.
Knock yourself out.
We'll take the third caller.
512-512-5151 for a dinner for 4 at Wall Street Bar and Grill.
Okay. What was the original name of the Houston Astros when they joined the major leagues in 1962?
The original name, 1962, of the Houston Astros when they joined the league. What was their name? What was their, and mascot too, right?
Oh, there's caller 1. Call back.
Got to call back.
Oh, there's caller number 2. Call back.
The lines get jammed and it just goes dead every once in a while. We have a lot of people, hundreds, sometimes thousands calling in. Our call bank is in Pyongyang, North Korea.
Yeah.
But
you know who the supervisor is there, don't you?
who is the supervisor?
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, that's tough.
He is tough.
Well, but he keeps a strong eye out on those, folks, and we know they get it right. Because if they don't, we know what the outcome is when you don't get things right.
They get
North
sent
Korea.
over to the DMZ to guard the porta potties.
Yeah, and that's on an easy day. Oh, doing some throwing around out there. I thought old Joey was going to climb the ladder and get that
Do
one.
you know the original name of the Houston Astros?
I do know the original name of the Houston Astros.
Can you think of it, though?
Yeah, I will here in just a minute. It's the Colts.
The Colts.
The Houston Colt 45s.
There you go. There's the answer to your trivia question. We never got a caller 3, so.
Can I eat that dinner? Oh, I can't take my own deal. Can I?
I'll
David,
go.
for West Texas Elite, David E. is up.
There's the wind-up in the pitch, just a bit outside.
1-1.
John Williamson. Williamson with the wind-up.
He throws it inside and backs that batter up out of the plate, David E. 2 balls and a strike.
Left-handed batter in the box.
There's a swing
Right
and hit.
back to the
up
pitcher.
to Williamson. Williamson's up with it. Over to first, in time for the out. Good play by Williamson and Cal Cook at first.
That was a good play. That's why Cal has that big glove.
That's right.
I asked him in between innings just a minute ago when I was changing the cameras, and he said that is made out of longhorn hide.
Longhorn hide.
Longhorn hide.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's some tough
Out of
stuff.
Pyongyang, Korea.
See, and they sell a lot of that longhorn and eat it too.
Well,
Gavin is up for West Texas Elite Lubbock, and he's behind in the count. 0-2.
that ball was not too high.
There's a pitch. There's a hit. High fly into center field. Center field sees it drop in front of him. But Gavin gets on.
That was a good
Ryder,
hit.
I guess, gets on there.
Just blooped it right over
Yeah.
Joey Creech's head, and it
Exactly.
wasn't but 5 feet off the ground.
That's true.
Joey Creech, his dad Jeremy, is probably one of the better diesel mechanics that I know.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
Uses snap-on tools.
So did Billie Jean King.
She did, but hers were battery powered.
Oh, okay. All right. Runner on first, West Texas Elite. Nobody on second or third. Williamson looking around to see where everybody's at. He's throwing to Ethan N, initial N. There's a pickoff attempt to first to keep that runner close. Runners on the move. That's a foul tip back against the fence. 0-1, 2 outs, 7-1, top of the fifth, NBA over West Texas Elite Lubbock Navy.
Here's the windup.
Oh, and a pick
Throw
off
to
the tip.
first.
Not in time.
This kid, I swear to God, the kid that's batting, I think he's shaving already.
He's big. All right, runners off on a wild pitch. Gets past Gould. Runner gets in there safely to second. Nobody on the corners. One on the second. Ryder, B as in boys, last initial. Ryder's up for West Texas Elite. There's a foul tip back.
Ball.
One ball, one strike. 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
I think we've only got about 7 or 8 minutes left in this game. If
Okay.
that. Yeah, I see the razor burn on his chin.
Yeah. Ooh, that's in there for a strike. Struck him out. That's number 3, I think, isn't it?
I think that is. He's out.
Isn't that the 3rd out? I think that's the 3rd out, isn't it? No, 2nd out. All right. I'm sorry, there was only 2 outs, 1 out. Now there's 2 outs. We had that wrong on game changer. There's a swing and a foul tip.
That takes talent. He hit that ball twice.
I saw that.
In front and back.
In the front and in the back. Ethan N is up. Last initial N. We don't have the last names, or we'd call it. Ethan's in against John Williamson.
I'm going to
West
say
Texas
it's Navarez.
has,
I'm just guessing.
That's a good guess. West Texas Elite has a runner on second. Corners are empty. 1 and 2's the count. That's in there for a strike.
Runner advances to
Runner
third.
does advance to third. I thought there was 2 strikes on that one. That was only 1 strike. So now it's 2 strikes. There's a pick-off attempt to third. Runner back in time. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Runner on third.
Nobody on first and second. Ethan's in for West Texas Elite. There's a swing and a hit. That's going to drop out into right field, and that'll score a run for West Texas Elite, making the score 7-2 in favor of NBA, top of the 5th. You need to stretch out. A swing and a miss. Runner will advance to second on a steal. Trace is up. There's a nice one in there for a strike.
Beautiful pitch by Williamson. That was right at the bottom of the zone.
Man, it was.
And just on the outside corner.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Williamson deals. That's a foul tip down the right side. There it is, in there for a strike. Struck him out.
Drop ball.
Catcher drops the ball, but recovers and throws it down to first to get that out. Good job by Jace Gould getting that ball up and over to first just to make sure that out counts.
You know, I've got one final trivia question. The Houston Astros. Who holds the record for the most at-bats? You know, I think this one was before your time.
I don't know. My time was a long time ago. Caller number 5, 512-512-5151, dinner for 4 at Wall Street Bar and Grill here in Midland, Texas. If you can answer caller number 5, the following question.
Who holds the record for the most at-bats as a Houston Astro?
There you have it.
Oh, there's caller 1. Call back.
You know, in our Little League, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but in our Little League, we do televise our Little Leagues. And we got one more game the Marlins do here in Midland next Tuesday. Then we go into the playoffs. We've been taking names. We've got a box where you can put your name in this box, and we're giving away a free all-expense-paid trip. We're going to draw a name at the end of the season. It's an all-expense-paid trip, one way to Pyongyang, North Korea. There you'll be received by Kim Jong-un as your host, be given very good accommodations.
And then you're going to get to meet Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, and Oo's really a good guy. Oo will be who takes you around your walks every day in the confines of your hotel. Good, you got good view though through the bars, and it's a one-way trip because Un likes to provide the trip back home, maybe, and so he takes care of that, and you'll be fed very well, a lie, and then it's at some point after they get through showing you the countryside. And beheading you. They will fly you
over
back
to the Chosen Reservoir.
That's correct, and you get to go to the DMZ for a beheading. And so be sure and find us at our Little League game on Tuesday night over at Butler Park. Put your name in the box for drawing. What I find odd, Daryl, is that most of the ones that are putting names in are women, and we see them when they drop them in the box. They're right next to us. And what's odd about it is every one I've seen drop in there, they have a man's name. And I don't get
Is it their husband?
Oh, maybe you think? I hadn't thought about Oh. Now, man, that's woo, I don't know about that. I'm going to tell you, if my wife's putting my name in the box, I want that rib back. I want that rib back.
Where did you get those ribs?
Well, Lord.
At Michael's?
Oh, well, now, Michael's is right behind us over here. That's a great place to go for lunch after this game, as Judd Fortune, the son of a coach.
A son of a coach.
Son of a coach.
Did you call that kid a son of a coach?
And a really well-known good coach, and I won't say anything any more than that. Judd steps in and immediately gets a ball at his feet, almost hits him as we start the bottom of the 5th, and the Judd steps back in with the ball, no strikes, no outs. He swings at that one and almost swings so hard that his spine nearly came through the top of his neck.
I saw that. It was bulging.
That's bulging. 1-1's the count. Two balls in the
Just a little
strike.
high on that one. Just a little high.
I'm glad.
Right above his helmet.
I'm glad Judd's dad is good-natured as a coach and a very big man. Might not be so friendly to me as he sees me outside of the baseball field. There's a hit back up to shortstop. Shortstop's up with it. He's throwing it to first in time for the first out of the 5th, bottom of the 5th.
You know what it is? It was all those bases that he's been stealing. We told him to leave him in the dugout.
It's weighting him down.
But these kids want to carry him in their pocket. It's like a symbol or something.
It is.
A status symbol.
Braxton Sims comes in to see if he can get something going in the bottom of the 5th.
Get some Sims.
That is in the
Eyes
dirt.
that ball.
Absolutely. Watches it go to the plate. Down low.
Yeah, that's his nickname. Braxton, get some Sims.
That's it. One ball, no
Granddad's
strikes.
here
One out.
tonight.
Is his granddad here?
His granddad is here. Old Randy Sims.
Oh, yeah, he is here. Okay. Welcome, Mr. Sims. Noah Hernandez stands on deck. He wants a piece of this game, too, again. He's already had many pieces. He wants the whole pie. That's in there for a strike against Sims. 2 balls and a strike is the count. 1 out, 7-2 NBA. Bottom of the 5th. It's going to get loud for a minute. We've got fire trucks and ambulances going behind us. I hope it's nobody over here. Thank you, firemen and first responders. We mean that with all our heart. If it wasn't for y'all, none of us would be here. We'd be dead. There's a hit. He smashed it to left field, and left field's up with it, but that's all he can do is hit his cutoff as Braxton Sims gets a nice single over to first. And who do we have here coming to the plate there, Daryl?
Hernandez.
Who would that be?
I don't know that kid. Is he a sub player?
I don't think he's a sub,
He's
brother.
not a substitute?
No, I don't
That's
think
my
so.
son.
That
and
is
I
your
am
son.
So proud of that boy.
Absolutely. Runner off to second. He'll get there standing up.
So proud.
Absolutely.
Just like you are, your son
You
John.
darn straight, baby. They look good in that Carolina blue and white
They
pants.
do.
You know what? That's
They
a
do.
pretty color. One of my
and
favorites.
his shorts.
Oh, there's a hit. Oh, it's high. It's a high. Shortstop's under it. Sims does a good job at getting back.
That was a good eye on
To
Sims.
second.
He
It
was
was.
3/4 of the way to third.
Boy, he sure was. He got back to second, or it'd have been an out.
Yes, sir. That was an out. That retires the side.
Really? I thought they only had 1 out.
I know that they had.
Oh, actually, that's the game.
Oh.
So the game ran, and time ran. Hey, here we are. NBA's got them one in the win column. NBA 7.
How about that?
West Texas Elite Lubbock 2.
You know, I think what helped out was the coach's new high heel cleats.
Well, it's got to be.
In hot pink with baby blue polka dots.
He stood tall out there
He
today
did.
on third base.
I've got to give it to him. That ensemble was just magnificent.
He stood
today.
tall. We really enjoyed that game. So that's it for NBA today. It's a doubleheader. They will play tomorrow, Sunday. We won't know till the night who they're going to be playing, but be watching, get on Game Changer or whatever you use. We're going to bring this broadcast to you again tomorrow on Sunday of NBA, whoever they play and whatever time they play. Daryl, thanks for helping me out up here in the booth. We
Thanks
saw
for
a really,
having
really
me.
good
I
game
enjoyed
here.
it.
Man, it was a lot of fun. We kid a lot up here, and it's all in good fun. We'll help everybody understands that. For West Texas Elite, please like us and subscribe. You might hear it see it on a replay. You can replay this up to a year. So just do us a favor, even if it's live or if it's when you replay it later, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. That helps us to keep bringing this to y'all. We would appreciate it very much.
Is it live or is it Memorex?
That's a good one. You got to be old to remember that. So good job, West Texas Elite Lubbock. Navy, we wish you good luck for the rest of the tournament. Hope you do well. We might see you again tomorrow. We don't know. Thank you, Endeca Crude Express. Crude all haulers that are the best in the country, and they bring you this telecast at their expense. We appreciate that very much. Thank you, DBAT of Midland as well. We'll see everybody tomorrow.
Thank you, NBA.
Thank you, NBA. Midland Baseball Academy, Mike Mungia's program. Thank you so much for what you do for these kids. You take good kids, make them better young men, and make them great. For NBA, Midland Baseball Academy, for Endeca Crude Express, and for DBAT Midland, Texas, thank you so much for joining in, and we wish everybody a good afternoon, and we'll see you back here tomorrow for another game with Midland Baseball Academy 10U. Good night.